Welcome back, guys. So this vlog is going to be a little bit different. I kind of wanted to show you guys the day that I decided that I wanted to just have a little bit of mental rest and some peace in my day. I realized that my mind has been running a million miles per hour, and I said to myself, this is not a peaceful way of being, so I need to be more conscious of how I'm spending my time. So I recognize that my mind has been making up things and always in wonderment of what is next for me. And I said to myself, girl, you need to just slow down before you have a mental breakdown. So before I get into the video here, I'm just gonna be showing you guys how I decided to start the day outside of exercise, which is something that I typically do. I'm showing you guys this Bible because this Bible is a gift that my grandmother gave to me. You guys see the date that she had presented it to me. And I wanted to get back into reading a lot more like I was, and realizing that I've been so busy and distracted by everything that I needed to really get back into reading my Bible. I'm currently back in the book of Genesis. It's always good to reread the books because there's always some gems that we miss if we only read it once. There's a lot of gems. So now I'm just basically setting up myself to start to paint because painting is something that I really, really enjoy doing. I find that anytime that I am painting, my mind is very still because I am focusing on what's in front of me and I really enjoy it. And when you're focusing, you're really in the moment of what you are doing. Your mind is not wandering anywhere else. You're just really trying to get whatever you're doing and to complete it and for it to look beautiful and all these different things. You're just creating, you're just in creation mode. So your mind is just really focused on what's in front of you. And that's what I wanted. I wanted to have a moment of joy and a moment of peace in my mind. So I decided that I wanted to paint a toucan. I really like to paint things that are very colorful. I really love color. The toucan that I was actually looking for. I decided that I wanted to paint a bird specifically that day, and I opened up my computer, and as you guys seen before, the toucan is what kind of came up. I was just like, oh, that's perfect for me to paint. His beak was just so colorful, and I just really again love using color whenever I paint. So there's something that I wanted to share with you guys about my day, specifically this morning of the recording that I am doing right now. So this morning, my boys, well, our boys, they missed the bus this morning, right? And they came in the room, and this is the big one. Kimani is just like, Mom, we missed the bus. Can I get a ride? So I'm just like, well, your dad has the car because our other car needs some servicing, and so there's no vehicle here for me to drop them. So he said that they're just gonna end up walking. So I had the conversation with them to say, make sure you guys are dressing for the weather, because parents, that some of these kids, they don't like to dress for the weather. They want to look cool all the time. So I just like, make sure you guys are dressing for the weather because you're going to be walking, right? And the walk would be approximately 20 minutes away from the house. So I called Kimani to see if they had reached to school as yet. And he messaged me and told me that they had gotten a ride from the neighbors. So I was just like, oh, wow, the first place my mind went to is to feel guilt and shame. That's where my mind went to, like, oh my gosh, I wonder if they think that we're incapable of dropping these kids to school. And just for a moment, that's where my mind initially went. And then I had to, like, I don't know what it was. Something snapped me out. I'm sure it was God that snapped me out of it and said, girl, you better find some gratitude. Snapped me out. My mind didn't stay too long, but snapped me back into a place of find some gratitude. Your kids were just dropped by your neighbors who took the time and their gas to drop your children to school safely. Right? And then after having that thought, I went into a space of gratitude and giving thanks and prayer. And a lot of the times our minds default first into our insecurities and a seed being planted and all these extra things. And then your mind spirals and gets further on the spectrum of being ungrateful than being grateful. And I want to share that because I feel like that's something that a lot of us struggle with, is wanting to go into a story, literally a story, to make something up outside of what you know that took place. You want to make up something what you know that didn't take place instead of focusing on what took place. Your mind wants to wonder why this happened rather than saying, I'm thankful that it happened. And I just wanted to share that because I realized that I do go in a place of gratitude a lot, but I want to always be in a place of gratitude. I want my default to always be in a gratitude, in a space of gratitude. And I'm very grateful that I can be snapped back into the reality of things, and to pay attention to the goodness of life rather than paying attention to the chaos. My goal in life is to have peace where there's chaos. And we live in a world that spins the narrative that the world is upside down all the time, and it's not all upside down all the time. So anyways, for the rest of this video, I'm going to be painting this beautiful toucan. Have you guys ever wondered about like animals? I'm just in a space of like wondering about animals. Like I'm really just like paying attention to the nature of animals and just like, wow, like this animal does that and this animal looks like that, and some animals look like an alien, and or they look like themselves, but we created it as if it's alien. Anyways, I'm digressing. I'm getting a little bit too excited there, but I just painting here, listening to some music, really enjoying myself this day. Had a moment where I didn't even pick up my phone to scroll, and that was like the best feeling ever. That made me feel as though I was being productive without having my phone in my hand, constantly checking emails or not even, let's just forget about emails. That comes up, but constantly like scrolling through videos for whatever the purpose, to be distracted from my own self and my own life. But anyways, I hope that this video inspires you guys to take the time to do something that brings you joy, and to remember that you do have the option of doing things that do bring you joy. So this video is really just about that, and I hope that this video is able to inspire you, one of you guys, somebody. I hope that is a sense of inspiration for you. At the end, there's a little bit of a treat. Kieran actually has had a talent show yesterday, and I just put that video at the end, and I hope that you guys enjoy it. I'm so proud of him. So yeah, see you guys in the next one. And there you have it. I'm all done. So now we're going to get into Kieran playing the piano. So proud of him.